Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Tavern of Spear. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to Patreon, which is $3 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, both tribes are having a festival, berries are missing, turns out to be a monster. We fought the monster, but there's only enough berries for one tribe, so I can't remember who we gave it to. I think maybe the bull tribe? Not sure. But, yeah. I'd actually have to look it up. It's been a long time since I played this game because also, Thane was injured, which was supposed to happen, and we told Axel, and the main character was really stupid. He was like, Thane said something about the lizards. And it's like, my son was heavily injured and he said something about the lizards? Well, I'm gonna kill POWs, like a certain kind of country, but I'm gonna leave that off the table. At which point we're like, don't do that. And then, I guess we didn't have enough points. I mean, I've seen it say that those guys are gonna die anyways, but I don't know. I didn't have enough trust, I guess. So he hanged them dead. But now we're going to continue stuff. Like, that's one reason I haven't played this game in a couple of months, but also the fact that, like, if you don't play for a hot minute, you at least for me, I'm kind of like, where do I go next? A thing that would really help is if there would be a nice little exclamation mark that says, hey, there might be something over here. You know? Anyways, reset face. Gonna begin. The tribe is abuzz with activity. The moment you enter, the tribe Noxus advisors rush out of the room with frantic looks on their faces. Noxus. Eyvind, I'm afraid now isn't the best time for a visit. What's wrong? Noxus sighs. I've got word of an attack at one of our camp stations to observe the Bull tribe. Their forces obliterate everything, and the lizards were lucky to escape with injuries. The bulls are out for blood, far earlier than I anticipated. This is war. This is war, I am afraid. You wouldn't happen to know what could have caused this, do you? Thane was injured badly last night. Axel suspects it was the lizard tribe that hurt him. Did you or your men do it? Eyvind, look at me. I have nothing to do with what happened to Thane. And if there's a lizard out there that values their lives, they'd know better than to go behind my back and put the entire village in jeopardy to wound one bull. Okay, I believe you. Look, I hate to do this, but I need some time to prepare for this war. We can discuss this whole Thane thing when there's more time. I understand. I'll summon you when I have something. You nod, and Noxus leaves. And then maybe we'll check in? Just in case. Maybe we should bother him. I guess we go check out the tavern? Still passed out. You? Grr. I'm gonna down another beer. Hey, you wanna talk? Sure. I'm going in my head the many, many traps we could set to protect the tavern. Okay. Traps? Yeah, gay traps. Yes, traps. Just because we didn't find a monster today doesn't mean it won't show up tomorrow. But what if it isn't a monster? What if it's someone from one of the tribes? Do you believe that? He puts his beer on the table. I don't know what to believe. I don't have all the facts. Then, it sounds like you've got to go out there and find them. So, Paiuf's back? Damn right. I'll finally get some good meat. That's a change in topic. Finally get some good meat, along with my beer. What can you tell me about him? A good deer, and an even better chef. I like drinking with him. Oh, so you can match your drinks? No one can match me in how many I can drink. Paif is just good company. We get each other. That's sweet. So, what else do you want to talk about? Ask sex. Yep. So, you've got your beer. What else have you planned for the rest of your stay here? Well, Snow and I had a heart-to-heart. I can't keep mooching off his charity, so I've been picking up some small jobs Chet has. The pay's decent, but at least covers the drinks. Then that means you can join me on the mission then. Not gonna happen, Fuzzbutt. I'd be damned before I take another partner. Plus, you're doing pretty good on your own, so you won't need me. Thanks for the word of confidence. Go find us an earlier way home, Fuzzbutt. An earlier way home? Okay. Opinion on the bull tribe. You've heard of the bull tribe that lives nearby. I remember meeting one or two of them before. They used to come by and trade with us. Any advice on dealing with them? They're a tough bunch. All I can tell from their physique. This advice is to not make head bull mad. The head bull mad. I've heard stories about that one. He's the thickest head in the tribe. Makes it easier for him to bash in skulls of those who won't listen to him. Yikes. I met the Lizard tribe. Even got a nice place to stay there. Did you now? Does that mean you'll be leaving us for the rest of our foggy stay? No, I'm just saying, they're pretty nice, especially the earlier Nauxus. One heck of a charmer, that snake. I think he's a lizard. No, I mean he's just too darn perfect. Sure, he might have Witer looking at him with adoring eyes, but no one can be that charming. You sure not the jealous? You sure you're not jealous that Witer likes him? Hagen slams the table in his fist. No, I'm not. I just look out for him. We don't know what weirdos creep around the fog, that's all. Alright, Mr. Hothead. Lake? Hagen, you wouldn't believe what I found. There's a camp by the lake. With a butler worker named Ebb and his young master Flo. Hagen makes air quotes in the air when he mentions the young master part. Oh, you already know about them. Everyone knows about them. That kid got kidnapped a few days ago, right by the time I hurt my ankle. That orca staggered in here like the undead, dripping of blood all over the floor. Apparently he fought some monster to protect the shark, but couldn't save him. Yeah, I'm hoping to get Flo back. Good. And while you're at it, try to work in a good price for bringing the kid back. Basic mercenary rule, don't work free. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I can save him in time. Hey. He slams his fist with a mug of beer. If you have time to worry about bullshit like that, then you have time to find the kid. You're taken aback by Hagen's sun-worthy reaction. More so, you're just doing your job. Just don't let it get to you, okay? His hand's on your shoulder, pulls you close. His eyes soften as he looks at you. What I'm trying to say is, a kid's life, no matter what happens next, isn't on your shoulders to bear. Oh, thanks. I wasn't really thinking it that far, but I get what you're trying to say. Good. Then get to it. The beer sours when people work around it. Sandstorm? Meow. Back. Good job getting Axel to agree. Just send the healers. I don't know what I would do if all his men were here. What's wrong? He mentioned something about executing the lizard prisoners after what happened to Thane. Well, he did more than just mention. I can't help but feel like that was the wrong move. What do you think? I think the burden of Chief is a heavy one, but the burden of a father is even heavier. If the Chief were to be made to question the value of every enemy he has ever struck down, he would not be much of a chief. But if I was a father like him, I think I would have been guilty of inflicting as much of an act because it involves my child. Let's not speak more of this. You need some rest, or perhaps you need more supplies for your journey. What do you want? Chat. Bull tribe. Meow. It's huge. Lizard tribe. Living by the lake. Thane. I haven't seen those bull healers since they got here. Is everything alright with Thane? They've come down on their own when no one was looking. Last time they asked my permission to set up a camp in the back of the tavern. They use it for cooking their meals, so as to not disturb other patrons here. I offer them a place, but they already prefer to be alone. I want to at least know how Thane's doing, but I can't find a second to talk to them. Relax. It's Chief Axel who gave me strict rules not to let anyone near Thane while I was recovering. Give it some time. He'll be back on his feet soon. I hope you're right. Sandstorm? Meow. You. Witer, are you alright? Yeah, strangely enough I am. What happened to Thane was horrible, but at least he's stable now. How are you so calm anyways? Let's just say I have a lot of experience with patching up people. Walden's always gets into fights with the other children in the town, and we couldn't always afford a healer every time. That and Hake and Snow get into scraps so often that Chet and I have a system for it now. Anyways, don't worry about me. You need supplies. What can I do for you? Witer, I finally gained entry to the Bull Tribe. Yeah, a long time ago. Oh dear, you better pack some extra health potions. Those bulls are pretty hot-headed. You make it sound like they would attack me at random. I'm not implying that. Just, well, the bulls that came to the tribe before were pretty tough even for traders. I swear, I couldn't walk right for days. Excuse me? I couldn't walk right for days. They had me wrestle them, and my whole body was sore after getting slammed by their hard bodies repeatedly. Oh, that's what you meant. Widow looks confused at your statement. So, I found the lizard tribe Noxus came from. Apparently he's their chief. Seriously? I never pictured him to be the leader kind of guy. I thought he was a trader who likes seducing other people for fun. No, apparently he leads all of them. They seem like a friendly bunch. Seriously? There's another gnat. I would take your word for it. I've never been to their tribe. Why not? Well, other than not really having a reason to go there, it's pretty dangerous to go in blind. You mean the monsters? I mean the lizard people. As far as I can tell, Noxus isn't the same species of lizard as them, based on the smell. What? It's basically like someone being in a restaurant long enough that the clothes start smelling of the food. His smell comes from the village he's in, but I can still pick up a scent of different coming from him. That's how I can tell he isn't the same species as them. Am I right? Now that I think about it, he's the only blue lizard there, and he doesn't look different from the rest of them. Yeah, makes you wonder why he's the chief. Some lizard tribes don't get along with one another, and would kill on sight. So I'd rather play it safe and stay away. Witer, did you know that there's people living at the lake? Gosh, you found Ebb? And Flo with them? No, Flo's still missing. I'm trying to go find them. Oh, thank goodness. When Ebb came by that night, he was a mess. It took me 2 hours to clean his wounds. Broke my heart when I heard Flo was taken. He just reminded me so much of my younger brothers. I get why Ebb would want to go out in his beaten up state to save him, but I had to agree with Snow that would have been a suicidal move. Why didn't Snow just send someone to help Ebb? Snow just wanted to protect everyone here. He couldn't agree with Ebb's plan of just rushing into the monster's nest nearby, or blindly. You gonna help Ebb? I am. I'll do what I can to find Flo. Here's hoping that kid is okay. If you need any help to keep you going on the mission, just let me know. Ware steps close and pulls you to his chest and holds tight. Your cheeks press against his well-formed pecs. Witer? Just good luck hug, sweetie. I'm giving you all the luck I have to keep you safe. Please, luck increase? The way Witter's pecs press so softly up against your face makes you feel warm and secure. You tighten his hug by holding him back and press him tightly against you. Thanks, Witer. Witer strokes your head and frees from the embrace. Now get out there, my hero, Academia. Meow. Let's see if we have done anything. Craft the patatas. Well, that's max HP. I think we should try and focus on increasing that stuff. We need oat flour. I think not too long ago I did that. I mean, attack, power, and defense is good, but... Okay, that's a condiment. The potatoes, looks like there's still a lot of dirt on them. You dug them out? Yeah, Chet showed me a shovel, and it's pretty useful. You show Paif the shovel. This is my shovel. What? But Chet told me he found it in the barn and... Calm down, kid. You paid for it. It's yours now. About that hyena, I will talk to him about this later. Potatoes. So what we need is oat flour and... Oh, we can do that, at least. It's still smart enough to catch some fish. Good. Oh yeah, Snow's rod is useful. It often finds me to go fishing. But you know what? That guy really likes to take his shoot off every time he fishes. Well, that's a really bad habit, is it? I too like to use my tail to attract fishes. I think I would never understand. These special traits are for you puppies. Hyena. I wonder where to get oat flour from. Okay. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Ee-ba-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-da-po. Okay, boy. Chet. Good grief, I lost a pretty good tarp, covering all that blood they lost. Chet, a good friend of mine nearly died. You mind? I'm joking. Everyone is still so somber since then. It makes the whole tavern feel like it's stuck in a bubble of sadness. Disgusting. So, what do you need? I guess to chat with you. Oh. Alright, where are you from? Chet leans back against the wall behind him and looks upward with misty eyes. I was born at a very young age. I was born and raised on the streets. At least, that's where my life actually began. Home? Never had a home. Just a house with an angry drunk who claimed to be my father. And a woman who regret ever giving up her rich inheritance to be with him and become mother to a son. Man, there's never a second without fighting. How they hate each other. How they made unkept promises and ruined each other's life. Then there were the beatings. If he wasn't hitting my brother, he'd be hitting me. He had his way to make sure not to leave a mark on us. Wouldn't want to embarrass him in front of his more well-to-do friends. So the moment I was 10, I took what little money I could stuff into my pockets and snuck into the carriage, heading out of town when no one was looking. It was my first time I stole something. It wouldn't be my last. Chet leans back against the wall. Well, you know that I ran away from home. Thing is, I left without a plan. After one long ride, I decided to hop off the moment and enter a new town. Didn't know anyone, and sure as heck didn't have the coin to my name. The first 2 days were the worst. I looked around, asking, pleading for help, but everyone ignored me. Then one night, I cuddled up in a dirty alley to faint from exhaustion, and then a group of rough-looking foxes approached me. They gave me a piece of bread and a drink from their water pouch. I was so thankful I could never reject what they offered me next. A chance to survive in a town if I joined their gang. Turns out they were a group of thieves, and they always needed smaller recruits for the harder to reach places. I ended up being their servant boy, serving their every whim to keep them satisfied. Bring food, Chet. Bring the beer, Chet. Take off your clothes, Chet. I can see him struggling to swallow. His hands open and close repeatedly, like it was the only thing keeping him in the seat. If I did a good enough job, I wouldn't go hungry that night. Eventually, I learned how to pick up pocket from them, and, most importantly, what to do when the law gets their hands on me. You can imagine how being there for so many years meant that I learned to appreciate every morsel of food I could get. He clutched his fist tightly, and most importantly, had to lose money. How those without money are basically walking ghosts of this world. I can't imagine what you went through. Yeah. Well, that's my story for now. I thought you read that before. Keep it yourself, okay? Sure thing. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, well, I'm gonna count my slime jewels while I burn off this meal. I'll call you again if there's something Tavern to help on. If you want to. When time comes. Chet nods. Chet, do you know about ebb and flow? I think the shark has the hots for the butler. Yeah, I think it's the whole mess servant thing. Where one guy... No, not what I meant. I meant as people. What do you know? Well, Flo's definitely rich, or at least born into money, to have a butler to lug his luggage around. But judging by how protective that butler was, I doubt he'd let the shark spend his money willy-nilly. Ah, the things I could buy if I had his money. Chet. My personal chariot, a personal rider, a mansion. Okay, I'll just wait. A gold spoon, a personal bathhouse. Listen to Chet, listen to all the things he could ever want. By the time he finishes, you can't remember what you asked of him. Gonna work for me? Meow. The word is the Tavern that you find some rather interesting enemies lately. Of off-worldly kind specifically. Word told me about the Ghost Rock. Told you about the Ghost Rock? Or maybe he said it was pretty loud after he and Haken made their bed squeak for an hour in the bedroom. Your face flushed red. I don't even want to know. So, what about the ghost? I have a feeling more will be after me after what I did to the last one. Well, they do leave any valuable loots behind after you beat them. Just this. He showed Chet the ectoplasm picked up. Interesting. It glows, and has a very slime-like feel to it. Any idea what it does? Not a clue. Alright, bring me 5 ectoplasms. Why? You can't even use it. For now, I need plenty of it to test things I could do. For all we know, it could be the next lube, or even a perfect molding material for a realistic awoo, or... Okay, I'll get the ectoplasm for you. Come back soon, my hands are itching to play with them. Do we have the ectoplasm? Yeah! We have more than enough. Next, here's your reward. Okay. Small bonus. During my travels earlier, I found a very interesting hut nearby the lake. And do you who sets the traps? Not a clue. I have a single clue. A single shadow above there. As long as they ain't messing with us, I'm fine with letting them be. Besides, the way those traps are set, it made it seem more like it was to keep something inside the hut from getting out, than someone to get into it. Okie dokie artichoke. Let's do that. Yeah, it's like April now, it's July. Anything from you? Is there a quest log? Ah! Come on. Give me the quest log. Because, like, that we did the Tribe Festival, And then, was it the end of war? I don't know. That's a problem with this game where it's like, what do I do? There's also like a new zone that I can see right here, or two of them, but I just can't see what the thing is. You know? Hmm. Guess we could explore a bit? Okay. Oh, no. Just in case there's anything around here. You got potato and wormwood or something? Spooky menacing music. Trying to rock. Can't level it. Okay. There's a lot of commotion today. Thane was injured, I know. I was there when the tavern folk were tending to him. I just feel so angry and useless right now. It do be like that. Why did it have to be Thane? No one could have predicted how it would have happened to him. Still, I'm the one who convinced him to stay here. Maybe if he stayed behind, none of this would have happened. We don't know that. I hear the hurt in your heart. I hear the hurt in your heart, my love. It's painful for me to see you blame yourself. Meko, don't lose hope. Let this moment strengthen your resolve to free everyone from this fog as soon as possible. You're Eyvind. I know you can do it. Thanks. Is there anything else you want to talk about? How you holding up? Looks pretty dull sitting here all day. No, it's not that bad. I've got the occasional bug scurrying about. I like to pretend they're like my neighbors, and I make up stories about their day-to-day activities. Okay. I'm being sarcastic if you can't tell. Honestly, I'm bored to death down here. I've been out, kill some time, but there's nothing really to do that. And it's not like I have you to talk to. Is that right? I come by. I visit. Yeah, but you're not my Eyvind. The horn floats upward to your eye level. Do you know why I'm a horn? No, I don't know. Yeah, the you I knew might know. You have a very gaze for Meko. The awkwardness makes it hard to look him in the eye, wherever his eyes are. Brushing up your right arm and down, you think hard about what to say. The way he speaks about you, about the life he had with you, it makes you feel slightly guilty for disappointing them. The sound of Haken laughing loudly above echoes through the floorboards above. Huh, sounds like they're having fun up there. Hey, I've got an idea. If you'd make your presence not to be noticed, maybe you can go up and see what the others in the tavern are doing. Really? You don't mind? Yeah. Just make sure they don't find out about you. I haven't found the right time to explain your presence, even after a month. I promise, you won't even know I'm there. Thanks, Eyvind. Anything else in your mind? How's it every time I come down there, you have some brand new power? Expect everything else to come from the greatest enchanter of all time? Sounds like you're tuning your own horn. You grin at Meko as he lets out a long, drawn-out blow. I'll pretend didn't hear that. But yes, at the peak of my prime, I was quite skilled with magic. Now without a body, it's like relearning everything again, and even then, some spells just don't work. So I guess we both will have to find out together what I can do. You nod at Meko, and look at Meko with tired eyes. The memory of when he first appeared before you reemerges. Ever since then, it's like you've been with him, trying to figure out your way out of the fog. An almost depressing, but also reassuring thought that you aren't in this alone. Reaching out, you gently stroke the horn. You look troubled, Eyvind. I realized I wouldn't even know there's some kind of dark behind the fog if you didn't turn up. Something dark. You mean the thing that took away my memory about this suspicious spirit in the tavern? Yeah. I'm still not convinced about this enemy thing, but the fog is weird. Sighing loudly, you shake your head. What is it going to take to convince you we're in danger? Nothing. I've learned from a lifetime of magic that not everything is as it seems, and you have to take a leap of faith sometimes. So, if you say there's an enemy out there, then I believe you, my love. That's very corny, but thanks. If I had eyeballs, I would be rolling them at you. You laugh and feel a sense of reassurance fill your heart. But there's also one thing that still bugs me. What? I don't know what to do if this supposed spirit's among us. You're a ghost. What do you suggest? Well, I'm bias-sourced, but I'd hear the soul out. Even if they're dead, there were people too. Give them fair trial and all that. If that doesn't work, a charged punch should take him out. Your face darkens, and you look at your hands, clenched and tightly. What's Miko's request? Oh, we'll do that in a hot second. Or the next time. So that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. Still kind of figuring out what I'm supposed to do, because it's like, the next thing after the thing is the... Did they do the fight outside the tavern? Well, we could always just be like, okay, let's see if going to those places actually do anything. Or if I'm going to have to be like, I'm going to smack this guy upside the head to everything until something happens. Yeah, nothing. Bellies. Huh. Nothing here. Okay, or nothing new there. That is, again, I like this game. The only problem is, like, what do I do now? I guess you could maybe look at these things to be like, hey, was there any battle outside the place? Because last time it was like... Yeah, I asked Thane to live with me the previous time. Unless it was a hell of a quick battle. Or maybe it's one of these areas? I have no idea how to progress. Yeah, well, we'll try and figure it out. Anyways, until next time. Oh, you want to play this game? Comment, cause I like comments. If you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that grow and bleed and your animals. Do have control the pet population. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Tavern of Spear. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get to the next part of this whole thing. Anyways, thanks and see ya.